Yo nunca había bailado, pero hoy en día sí me he entusiasmado con este ritmo de la charanga, porque me he dado cuenta que tal los cojos botan la mula y se sienten buenos cuando la bailan. Yo nunca había bailado, pero hoy en día sí me he entusiasmado con este ritmo de la charanga, porque me he dado cuenta que tal los cojos botan la mula y se sienten buenos cuando la bailan. Charanga, en la costa se goza mucho con charanga. Pachanga, en la costa se goza mucho con pachanga. Charanga, en Colombia se goza mucho con charanga. Pachanga.
Muy bien, ¿cómo están esta tarde? Hace mucho calor afuera, ¿no? It's really hot outside. Today we're going to talk about the present progressives. And present progressives are things we use in English as well, but obviously we don't know it by that name. For example, if I say, I am teaching right now, that would be kind of the present progressive. Well, in Spanish, we do that using almost the same kind of construction. We use the verb estar, that we've seen before. Remember, that's kind of for things that aren't permanent, to be, estar. And I would say, estoy enseñando. And to make our little ing ending right there for teaching, for AR verbs, we say ando. And for ER verbs, we use yendo. And that's for ER and IR verbs, yendo. So for example, I could say, mi amigo está limpiando su casa. My friend is cleaning his house. And we say that for things that we're trying to emphasize are occurring right now. We won't use those for things that are going to be happening in the future. So for example, I wouldn't say, I am going swimming tonight. We don't use the present progressive for that. Just remember that. One thing you kind of have to look out for are for present progressive with verbs that end in a vowel. For ER and IR verbs that end in a vowel, like for example, leer, when you add your little yendo ending onto that, you need to change it so it's not yendo, I-N-D-O, but so it becomes yendo with Y-E-N-D-O. Let's take a look at that on the chalkboard with a Y-E-N-D-O. Okay, so look out for those two. And then we also have, as with all Spanish verbs, we have some that are irregular. With the irregular ones, there's a little bit of a stem change when you're forming the yendo form. For example, dormir, sentir, and pedir. Dormir becomes durmiendo, and the O changes to a U. Sentir becomes sintiendo, the E changes to an I. And pedir becomes pidiendo. Once again, the E changes to an I. You just need to kind of look at those in the book, make sure you memorize the ones that are irregular. And those are your present progressives. It's actually a really useful phrase to have because you can say, estoy cantando, say I'm singing. You know, you'll find instances all the time where you can use the estar plus the ando and yendo. So remember that one when you're trying to talk to your buddies in Spanish.